I have this one question that keeps bothering me. I have this one question that I don't understand how to answer. Why is Paul the only one the church receives and accepts? Why is it out of all the disciples, is Paul the most accepted and the most received, the most acknowledged person in Christianity? Why Paul? And why is he raised to the standard of Jesus? Why is his writings so much infiltrated into the church and into the systems? Why not the other apostles? We have gospels that are forbidden to be shared, but Paul's writings are shared everywhere and they're broadcasted to the whole world. How is it that one man can receive such notoriety to the same degree as Jesus, almost to the same degree as Jesus, but the rest of his followers do not receive that same attention, do not even get spoken about? Like, we have gospels of other people, but they never get the same attention. They don't get the same notoriety. They lack the same drive. They lack the same pull. They lack the same effect as to the things Paul wrote, as to the things Paul declared. So I beg the question, who ordained Paul? They lack the same effect of drawing people, of gathering masses. But we know that any person can gather masses. So was Paul a sheep or was he a wolf? That's the question. But at the end of the day, we need to be careful of people who can gather masses and get crowds together. Jesus warned of people like that. Jesus warned people like that. And Jesus also talked about that people would come in their own name and they would be more glorified than Jesus, who was living in the earth, who came in his own name and yet was rebuked and hated and envied and rejected by the whole world, only to be accepted by a later world that acknowledged his sovereignty, his purpose, that he was the Son of God. Only people who loved him dearly, suffered dearly, suffered with him. Those who were close to him, only those who loved him, only those who knew him, only those who suffered, loved him dearly. Only those who suffered loved him dearly. Only those who knew his story loved him. So I beg the question, how does someone who only suffered little, and you say it was rejected by the disciples, so who gave him this authority? Who gave him this authority to be a disciple unto Gentiles? It is nowhere written that Jesus spoke to the Gentiles. Does Jesus ordain someone to be an apostle to the Gentiles? So who is this Paul? Or should I say Saul of Tarsus?